Hi everyone. I just wanted to do a really quick update. I've just recently done flush number 63. It wasn't the best flush by any means. It was quite underwhelming. At first I didn't think I'd got rid of any stones at all. A few came out about 24 to 48 hours later. Felt pretty crummy, really fatigued, and I thought, oh, this hasn't worked because I've done so many duds in the past. But just one thing I kind of noticed really, maybe the last couple of months, and it's definitely got kind of stronger with this last flush, is I just have no sweet tooth anymore. It's just gone. I spent a long part of my kind of the first few decades of my life really struggling with a sweet tooth, going through periods of probably binging on foods that I shouldn't, making myself quite ill, just having a kind of overwhelming craving, hunger for kind of starchy, stodgy carbohydrates and chocolate in particular. It's quite miserable, um, you know, eating that way and feeling rough afterwards. And then as I kind of got into nutrition, during the last kind of decade, that's gradually got more and more under control. I think probably nutritional balancing, making sure I get kind of enough nutrition, nutrients, minerals, vitamins, things like magnesium, zinc, manganese, chromium, all those sort of micronutrients have been really important in just balancing, helping my blood sugar. But it's not really been since, it's not been until, sorry, I've introduced liver flushing that I felt like my candida symptoms and my gut overgrowth symptoms just started to get more manageable. So yeah, just I don't have any craving for chocolate or sweet things really. I mean, I would say that I'm one of those kind of hoarder people. When I see a bargain for nice chocolate in the supermarket, I tend to kind of get it in bulk, put it away in the back of a cupboard. And maybe the past few months, I would have it a few times a week, just a couple of squares, especially after eating. That's a big, thing with people who've got kind of liver issues really, and blood sugar imbalances, is that they eat a meal and then they crave something sweet afterwards. That's quite often the case. And I'm almost getting kind of to the stage where I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, there's all this lovely, chocolate in the fridge, or been in the cupboard for ages. These nice kind of dark chocolate sharing tablets and things. With nice ingredients in. Not rubbish stuff. Nice expensive chocolate, and I'm just looking at it, almost opening the cupboard as a reflex, and kind of looking at it, and then thinking, do you know what? I don't really want it. It's not my kind of craving or desire for it is not there anymore, and that's just quite an alien thing for me. So 63 flushes in, as I've said many times, it's not an easy road. I'm not kind of minimizing and saying, oh, hasn't this been easy? It's not been easy. It's been bloody hard. But I just feel I can eat really normally and kind of look at food and just say, you know what, I don't really want that, and I'm not going to eat it, and I'll just have a cup of tea, or I'll have a drink, or that's just really odd for me. So if you're dealing with blood sugar problems, if you're dealing with overwhelming cravings, the flush is the way to go, really. It's going to balance your blood sugar, cleanse your digestive tract, it's going to lower insulin, and it's just, you're going to feel satisfied by your food, rather than feel that food is a kind of roller coaster, that food actually makes you feel hungry. It's a common thing. I see it in my son. eating food, once he starts eating particularly carbohydrates, starchy or sweet carbohydrates, that's it. The hunger is unleashed. And often I think maybe people with eating disorders, they feel like they have to stay away from starchy carbohydrates because once they start eating them, they can't stop. So just a little observation. Okay, speak to you guys soon. Take care. Bye.